Brandon, can you tell us about your childhood and how you first got involved in boxing?
Yes. Um, Originally, I'm from California, Los Angeles. Um, Within Los Angeles, it's a little city called Watts. Um, so I was raised in Watts, more so like within the projects area. Um, my whole life, I stayed in LA, Los Angeles. Um, I was always athletic, always into, just always getting into things, like most little boys would. I used to always play football and I used to backyard box. Like I used to put boxing gloves on and just box the kids in the neighborhood. I never really trained. We just, boys being boys. I started training actually after high school. I started going to a boxing gym like around 18 to get in shape. But at first, I was getting in shape to play football. And then I kind of fell in love with boxing. My coaches in football didn't want to give me the opportunity. So I stuck with boxing. When I turned 19, I got into boxing. Like I had my first amateur fight. I had 5 amateur fights. Um, and then when I turned 21, I turned professional. Uh, so I didn't box for a very long time, but I knew in my mind like this is what I wanted to do. And ever since, I just been going after it.
So, Brandon, which boxers did you spar with early in your career that you feel helped shape the fighter you are today?
Well, honestly, almost every sparring session I was able to learn and pick up from people. And if I don't name them, that's because it was just so many of them. When I was coming up, the first guys that I thought I started sparring that I thought was real good, really good, was the Molina brothers, Oscar Molina, Javier Molina, and Carlos Molina. And those three brothers, like they were to me when I used to watch them do spar or at least fight, I was like, man, this is it's levels and they're so good. Um, I spar those guys. And then after I started sparring those guys, I got an opportunity. One of the first big name guys I ever got in the ring to spar was Triple G.
Wow.
Yeah, so when it was earlier on in my career, probably after my third professional fight, I didn't know who he was. They was like, yeah, his name is Triple G. And I was like, well, what's his real name? They were like, Gennady Golovkin. I was like, so then I saw why I just call him Triple G. It's hard to pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Um, I spar him. I go to the summit in Big Bear where Abel Sanchez is his coach. I spar with him maybe for 2 weeks. And that's where I gain a lot of experience. I come back from Big Bear and I start sparring and I see like sparring becomes easy. It became easier because he was so tough. Um, I remember I sparred with when I was an amateur. I sparred with what is his name? Um, Margarito, Antonio Margarito.
Tony Margarito,
Yeah,
the
we
fighter who fought Pacquiao,
yes,
right?
yes, we
That's a
spar, but
tough
I
boxer.
didn't know who he was. We
Really?
spar. I didn't know. Nope. They give me $100 to spar him, and then I took the 100. I was like, "Thank you." Do I come back? They was like, "No, you don't need to come back." Because it's when I spar him, the guy he's gonna fight, he stays there and brawl. And when I spar him, I hit him and move. I hit him move a lot.
Oh,
Uh, his coach says, "Oh no, he's a real good fighter, but he moves too much."
yeah.
So I didn't know who Antonio Margarito was at the time. I didn't know. I found out later on. So I was going to tell you that I sparred with Antonio Margarito, but I didn't know who he was. And we only go just 2 rounds. We only sparred 2 rounds. After the second round, because I hit him and I got him. I dazed him. That was it. It was like, oh well, maybe next time when we fight a fast guy who moves a lot, we'll call you. But it was Triple G. Triple G was the guy that made me go, this is boxing and this is levels. Next after Triple G, um, I got to spar with Sean Porter. Uh, Sean Porter's good, but he's not as tough and sharp as Triple G. So it was easy sparring Sean, and then after that, like Dimitri Bivol, he's tough. Out of those two, out of Triple G and Dimitri Bivol, I mean they're both real good, but one is when I just start boxing, and then Bivol is like now that I'm better and I'm more skilled, and to me, it was back and forth. We were challenging each other to become better when we were sparring. It was fun. It was great. A lot of people there. The Diaz brothers, the coaches, they Joel and Antonio, they saw the sparring. They was like, "Hey, Brian, you're real good." So no, he's good. I'm grateful, but it was fun. That was some of the funnest, toughest sparring was with Dimitri.
Amazing, brother. That's a great experience. Yeah, great fighters, former world champions and actual world champions. So that's very good, brother. So Brandon, tell us, where does your nickname Cannon come from and who gave it to you?
So I used to play. I used to play the video games. It's a boxing game called Fight Night, and it's a boxeo game. Um, and I every time I used to make my character, and I put Brandon, and I go through the nicknames, and the best nickname was the Cannon. So Brandon, the Cannon Adams. So when I go to my professional fight, they say right before I go, they say, "Hey, what's your nickname?" And I was like, "I don't know, the Cannon," and it was like Brandon the Cannon, and then after that, it's been my name ever since. So I got my name from a game, from the
From
video game.
from the Fight Night game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that game. I used to play it when I was growing up.
yeah, that's where I
Yeah.
got my name, man.
So, which fighters did you watch growing up that inspired you and helped shape your boxing style?
Okay, so one of the first fighters I watched, Mike Tyson. Um, so I know Muhammad Ali, but the one I watch is Mike Tyson. Then after Mike Tyson, I watch Roy Jones, and then from Roy Jones, they say, "Oh no, you got to watch fighters that's shorter. You got to watch fighters that built like you." So then I watch. It was first it was Sugar Ray Leonard. Then I watched Sugar Ray Leonard, and next thing you know, I watched Roberto Duran. Because then I watched them fight each other. So then I go, man, that guy's good. Let me go and watch him. I watch Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard. Then I go, man, I like Roberto Duran. He's pretty good. And then I go from watching Roberto Duran to Floyd Mayweather. I watch Floyd and I fight like Floyd, and then people go, "You look like Floyd." So then it like it makes me try to fight a little bit like him. So and James Tony. So like my favorite fighters for that I've learned a whole lot from was watching Mike Tyson, watching Floyd, Roberto Duran, James Tony, Bernard Hopkins. It's a fighter named Meldrick Taylor, and he lost to Julio Cesar Chavez.
George Chavez, yeah.
He Meldrick Taylor used to throw fast punches, but he didn't move his feet. So I used to watch his fights and go, man, he's good. If he knew how to move his feet and move his head,
Mhm.
he could have been much better. So I watch him and see how he throw those punches, so I could become better. And then it made me watch Julio Cesar Chavez a lot. So then, like, I'll watch a lot of boxers, but I'll watch a boxer and then I'll see the boxer who gives a boxer trouble, and then I'll go and look at this boxer and learn from him. So that's how it is for me.
Who are your five favorite boxers of all time?
My five favorite boxers would be first one will be Mike Tyson. It's Mike Tyson, um, Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, Roberto Duran, and Muhammad Ali because he's so legendary.
Amazing, bro. I think you
Yeah,
have a bit of Roberto Duran when you're fighting in the short range.
yeah,
You,
yeah.
you
I do.
yeah, you fight like a Roberto Duran in the short range.
I tell everybody at my gym, I joke around, we laugh. I say Cannon Duran. I go, it's the Cannon Duran when I fight on the inside.
Yeah,
Because I watch him so much.
amazing, bro. Bro, back in 2019, you fought Germán Charlo for the middleweight world title.
Uh-huh.
The result wasn't what you hoped for, but what did you learn from that fight and what would you have done differently?
So when me and Jamal fight, my knuckle was dislocated, so I couldn't hit him hard. What I learned from that fight is that I'm tougher than I know that I am. When I went to that fight, I knew that if my hand was okay, the fight could have went way different. Going into that fight against Jamal Charlo, and he's at that time, Jamal Charlo was the best Jamal. The best Jamal Charlo is when me and him fought, and competitive the whole 12 rounds. It was smart, don't let him hit me, slip punch. He tries not to let me hit him. Um, it let me know that I'm one of the best fighters too. It's not just him. I'm one of them. And that was at 160 when I wasn't ready to fight at 160, really. I would fight 160 because I get opportunities, but I would do better now at 160 than I was then. Because at that time, I was still 154. Um, I was still making 154 very easy. So I could have even fought at 47. Now I'm a solid 154 that can fight at 160 much better now.
You sign a contract with DMG Promotions. What does this step mean from you to your career, and what do you hope accomplish together in the medium term?
Well, DMG is a new promotion. When I was coming up and I kept training hard, I get tough fights. I I wanted, all the big name support promotions to look at me, to come and see if maybe they'll sign. Nobody, nobody really show interest. So DMG being new, they said, "Hey, give me an opportunity." It made me think about when all I wanted was an opportunity. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Let me try, and I'll show you how good I am. And the promotions go, "Oh, you're a good fighter, but we got good fighters over here already." And when I was younger, I don't understand why, but now that I'm older, I understand better. So now when I go to DMG and we negotiate a contract, I remember they kept saying, "Please just give us a chance. Give us a chance. We're new. Give us a chance. Give us a chance." And I already have my plan mapped out. I already know that I'm fighting the title eliminator. I win. I'm fighting for the title. After I win, then I fight a title defense. So or even a unification. We don't know yet. Maybe
Yeah.
um, with a new promotion who's never done anything, I have a chance to saying, I take the new promotion, I take them with me all the way to the top to become the world champion, a new promotion. And just like, and me being the hard worker that I am, I think that I can do it. I feel I am going to do it this time around.
Bro, on April 18, you have a major fight ahead of you. You'll face an Irish fighter in an IBF Super Welter World Eliminator. A win will make you the mandatory challenger for the title, currently held by Murtaza. How do you feel about this opportunity and what you represent for your path toward a world championship?
Man, well, it's been a long time. I've been fighting now, maybe not as a boxer forever, but I've been professional for a long time, and I've been a decent professional. I've been skills. The power, the speed. I just needed more experience, and now I've gained more experience. So now I'm better than ever. Right now, I have an opportunity to becoming the world champion, and um, that's what every kid wants. They wants to become something greater than ever before, greater than what they've ever been. And I got that out as an opportunity. I've trained so hard. I I have a fight in front of me with an undefeated fighter. The Black Thunder is his fight name because I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah.
But I'm a practice. I'm a
Your name.
practice. Yeah, I'm a practice his name to show respect.
Yeah.
Um, but his fight name is the Black Thunder. He's the man in front of me that I have to beat to fight for the world title. Um, the guy that I'm gonna fight, uh, Backward, he is a good fighter, but he's not Triple G. He's not Demetrius Bivol. He's not Jamal. He's him. And that doesn't say he's not a good fighter. But I've been in a ring with big guys, big, strong guys, at the best of their best, in their time. And I'm here right now to tell you nobody beat me down. I'm still here. I can talk. As I fight, you see when I fight, I get better and better and better. I am going to be the world champion, and it's going to be with the IBF champion first. After that, I'm going for every other title. And California, SoCal, has been a long time since we've had a champion that can do that. The last champions that were able to do so were Oscar De La Hoya and Shane Mosley. And I plan on making everybody say Brandon the Cannon Adams next.
Yeah, I know that will happen because the experience you have right now and the confidence you gain, like going through all these years, all these sparring partners, all these fights. By the way, you look very good in your last fight, bro. You
Thank you.
you win unanimous decision versus a former world champion, and you made look it easy. But I know it's not easy. It's
Right.
because you train so hard and you made it look easy. But I know this opportunity come from you in the right time, and good willing, you will be a step close to the world championship, bro. Do you believe you can become a world champion this year?
Yes, I believe after this fight, um, he should. 'Cause he's fighting January 31st. My fight is in April. He should be healed. We should be negotiating a fight, possibly, hopefully. I want to say maybe for this year, September, the latest. And who knows? Maybe I can get in. Maybe I can fight 3 times this year. Maybe, hopefully. The more, the merrier for me. The more fights I can get, the more active I can be. The more people can see me fight on TV, the more I'll build up fans and people will love the way I fight more. It's a great opportunity.
What you would like to accomplish in boxing before you retire?
For me, I want my name in the history books of boxing by becoming the world champion. I want mainly though to show my kids, the kids that I train at my boxing gym, kids who look up to me. Um, I want to show them that I when I first when I was born, life was extremely hard, and I just didn't give up. Um, I kept working hard. I found boxing. Boxing found me. I kept training. I never gave up, and then I became um, more. And you can become more than whatever it is you are if you never give up on yourself and you keep working hard and make sure that whatever it is you choose to do, you can have fun while you're working hard and you'll never see it as work. So I changed my life. I want to show other people in the world that they could change their life if they can believe in themselves.